So the transition from elementary, middle school, and high school can be extremely stressful, scary, and nerve-wracking. However, as a senior, I can confirm it only gets easier. When I first entered high school, I was very socially awkward. I was very shy. I didn't express what I wanted to do, but now I'm very extroverted, I'm confident, I'm very friendly. So these are just a few tips to help me kind of navigate my feelings and be more confident without worrying like too much about what other people thought of me. So to begin this video, I just want to say that being shy is like completely normal. Everyone in high school or like anywhere is going to feel shy, and I can guarantee you that the person next to you probably feels the same way. So the first step to getting out of like this anxiety and mindset would probably be to stop caring about what your friends are doing, the people you know you talk to every day. If you know that they're constantly surrounding you with like rumors, or they're talking about what other people are doing, like judging them for just being themselves, it's gonna cause you to feel like way more scared than you need to be, because you think, oh, if I try doing this, maybe they're gonna judge me. By choosing to stay in a friend group like this, you're basically allowing them and like their negative influences to control you and the decisions you make. This is what causes you to feel so embarrassed when you want to try new things, because you just think of like all the things they would say, and now you're like, I don't want to do that, like that's embarrassing, like I know I'm gonna get judged. But you honestly only feel that way because of the stuff you're used to, which are those friends who are constantly judging other people. The only way to actually be free from this is to just either one, cut them off, or at least slowly distance yourself to the point where whatever they say doesn't even bother you. Like get into more clubs and sports, or the interests that you originally wanted to do for yourself, without having to like constantly think in the back of your head, what are my friends thinking about me? You could turn that into an opportunity to make a whole new group of friends. I know when I was in middle school, I kind of stick to the same friend group entering my freshman year, and for that first semester, like I was just way too shy to get into anything. I only did what they did because I felt like if I did something else, they would just judge me for that, and it honestly like stopped me from doing a lot of things. I was able to find a whole new friend group, and this is the friend group I've been with for about 4 years already. With that being said, I know it may sound super easy to just go up to someone, when in reality, when you're shy, it's extremely hard to make a conversation. You don't know where to start, or like if you feel awkward. I totally get you, I've been there. Number 2 would be slowly start practicing talking to people around you. If you're too shy or don't feel comfortable enough to like hold a full-on like one-on-one conversation, I usually start off by giving someone a compliment. If I walked into a new class and I knew absolutely no one in there, I would just turn to the person next to me and be like, I really like your glasses, or I like your necklace, or I like your earrings. Or if it's a guy, same too, like, oh, I like your shoes, or I like your shirt. Even if we weren't besties on the first day, they already have a good impression of me and know like, oh yeah, like she's nice. On most occasions, usually this has worked for me, where I compliment someone or ask them a question, and then usually the next few weeks or days they'll ask me if I want to be partners with them, and then eventually I'll end up being their friend. As easy as that sounds, I know how hard it could be when you constantly fear being rejected or embarrassed by them saying no. They think I'm weird, or what if they don't like me already? What if they think I'm awkward? It's kind of like being in a mindset of being scared to be seen. One way to get out of this social fear mindset, remind yourself daily, everyone in this room feels the exact same ways as me. Like they share the same thoughts, they share the same fears, like everything I'm going through right now, all the people in that room are going through the same thing. And although that might not necessarily be true, it kind of did help me like calm my nerves. So like, although it's a little delusional, like it helps me a lot. So most of the feelings of being like scared, shy, or especially embarrassed, like those feelings are honestly not even real. Like those are just things that are made up in our head. We don't know someone is actually judging us. At the end of the day, you are the only person that can allow these things to get to you, regardless if someone thinks about you that way or not. Like, only you can allow that. Instead of letting those feelings and thoughts control you, kind of like practice using the okay and method, or like mentality. Whenever I would think of things like what would happen if like someone rejected my compliment, or they rejected like me asking if I wanted to be friends with them, I would just say like, okay, and like, how is that gonna bother me? By practicing this mindset, you are in control of the actions and the thoughts in your head about what others may perceive you as, or what they may think of you, or maybe you're embarrassed of rejection. No one can truly get to you except yourself. Remember, like, at the end of the day, like, you are gonna be your biggest critic. The way you look on the outside is not going to be your reason for confidence. It's going to be the way you feel on the inside and the way you show up to your environment every day. But stop comparing yourself to other people. The way they look, the way they dress, the way they talk. Like, comparing yourself to the way someone else is only going to make you feel more crappy. It's going to make you feel more insecure about yourself. Like, doing this is only going to create more self-doubt. Like I said in my other video, if you feel jealous or you're constantly comparing yourself to the way someone else is doing their thing, or the way someone else looks, turn that into like an energy to like inspire you to be like them. Take the time into working on yourself and like your development. Say you like the way they talk, then maybe use that time to go home and watch like communication videos of like how to properly communicate within a class. Or you really like how they play a sport, then maybe, I don't know, practice doing that sport. Like, instead of using those feelings for something negative, like, turn that into something that inspires you to be something good. If you truly want what somebody else has, and you want like their traits and the way they carry themselves, put that energy into the way you carry yourself, into the way you go about your day, instead of fighting it and just constantly putting yourself more down. So to kind of like piggyback off of like self-love and appearance, another thing that's very important to like express yourself through body language. I know like when someone walks into a room, the first thing I notice about them is the way they like stand, or like the way they carry themselves. If they're like slouched or they have their arms crossed like this, like, I just assume that they're not friendly, or I just get the impression that like they just don't want to talk, like they just want to get the day over with already. I think it really depends on like what exactly are you doing. I think, well, for most students, like you're usually sitting down, and instead of slouching or like constantly like leaning over, or like, I don't know, just like being like so weird in your desk, like try sitting up straighter, like try, I don't know, maybe not sleeping or slouching in your chair. At the end of the day, like you kind of just have to realize like everybody is here for one main reason, and that's honestly to just graduate. We all have one goal, and that's to either pass a class, get into a sport, like just keep up those grades in order to graduate at the end of the school year. People might be in different curricular activities and clubs, like they might be in different classes, but that doesn't make them any different than you. Everyone just wants to focus on themselves and kind of like their future outside of high school. Why even be worried about like what other people are doing? Like, I feel like you have to realize at some point the only people who are going to judge you are the people who aren't doing anything with their life. Imagine waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to school and judge the person next to you, and you still have to eat lunch with them every day. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, we're all the same at the end of the day. My last piece of advice would to be honestly do whatever you're truly comfortable with. Not everyone is born with like confidence or who is like extremely extroverted. Actually, a soft skill that is like slowly learned over the years of being in high school. In order to actually get into the workforce, people have to develop these skills over time. It's not something that can just be taught over day. We honestly have years to practice socializing with others. I know for a fact that even the most confident people still doubt themselves at times, but that doesn't stop them from continuing to express themselves. It's the things they do and the energy they put into actually managing those feelings that helps them overcome those self-doubts. I still struggle with my own self-confidence on a daily basis. Like, although I do put myself on social media and I do these clubs, like there's still days where I don't feel fully confident within myself and the things I do. However, like I try to practice these tips in order to gain that confidence back. I really hope this helped whoever is watching, and just know to take things slow. you can't hate yourself into change, love yourself into greatness. And I feel like that just means like, honestly, just take it slow and always be kind to yourself. And hi to whoever stayed after my entire video. I just want to say thank you. It means so much to me, to all of the friends that actually do support me and, you know, take the time out of their day to actually listen to what I have to say. Like, it just makes me feel so good, and, you know, I couldn't have done this without you guys. I know it's like my first video, so I'm super nervous, but I'm really thankful to have friends like you guys, and I love you all. Bye.